Hey sports fans, Coach Nick here and welcome to B-Ball Breakdown. My voice is almost back and I went through the Lakers because I want to talk to you a little bit about what's going on defensively. I did cut up a whole bunch of offensive things too because that's a wet hot mess as well, but we didn't have a lot of time here to finish this, so I'm focusing on the game between the Cavaliers and the Lakers from last night and what their defensive issues are. A lot of it is hustle and energy, but a lot of it is also philosophy or lack thereof. So let me show you what I saw from last night and know that there are instances where they are doing okay, but on the road against any kind of team in the NBA, you have to be a lot more consistent than they are. As the Cavs break into horns, you'll see that the Lakers are more than happy to switch on these down screens, and that yields mismatches like Chris Duhon guarding Kyrie Irving, who does a pretty sick move on him and nails the jumper. The switching must be intentional because Kobe doesn't even attempt to stay with his man. Meta World Peace is now way behind the play and gets stuck on the wrong side of that screen as Miles knocks it down. Another switch, and this time Meta World Peace is way behind the play, allowing the Cavaliers to penetrate to the middle and get a shot. Again, this switching thing is obviously on purpose, but it kind of feels like lazy defense to me, especially because Meta World Peace gets so far behind the play they give up another layup. It gets blocked and they don't make it, but think about that. The Lakers are now giving up shots at the rim all the time, and when they go to the hole and give it up to Dwight, they're just going to foul him anyway. It's not a great play. More laziness on defense as Kobe's going to help one pass away, and we talked in the past why it's a bad idea. There's Kobe's man, and when he kind of sort of helps but doesn't recover either, he gives up a wide open three. Let's move on to rotations against the screen and roll on top. Here you'll see Dwight Howard is supposed to hustle back to Varejao, but he's slow, while Kobe is kind of zoning this area to guard against his man from cutting to the hoop. They still get that pass, but they rotate over, and there's Hill, and you'll see Meta World Peace drop down nicely so they contain it. But Dwight Howard doesn't even try to guard his man, who hits the open jumper. Here's a much better example of the Lakers containing and rotating correctly. You'll see Meta World Peace help and recover with his man one pass away, and that's enough to thwart any kind of penetration. There's good hustle around the perimeter, and they ultimately get a steal on this. Here's another example of slow rotation. Kobe's going to demand that Hill come over and pick up the roll man who slips the screen. However, he's way too slow, but does get a block, although it goes out of bounds on the Lakers. Another great example of the rotation, watch how Chris Duhon will help and recover, faking the help and then getting right back on his man, and he almost gets beat back door but gets the steal, but old man Artest Meta World Peace is too slow to get the layup. The Lakers don't run ice against the screen and roll on the sideline, and they should. Kobe Bryant should be much higher here to force the ball handler back toward the corner, and he can't take the screen. Instead, he gets in there, they get a pick and roll. Two men are up on the ball, leaving Varejao wide open, but they get away with it on a miss and an almost tip, and the Lakers come down the court. There is evidence they know how to run ice because here Kobe does it, where he gets really high and forces the guy away from the sideline screen. This completely stymies the offense, and the shot clock runs out before they can take a shot. And for all of Dwight Howard's ability to block shots and cause a lot of havoc for a team's offense, he isn't very good at centers that can put the ball down on the ground. Beautiful shot fake by Varejao and slam. I've been pointing out the Lakers' lack of boxing out for a long time, and watch Kobe not even try to find his man, who then gets the offensive rebound, and watch his lackluster effort to get over there to take away that three. Here's something fascinating. Both D'Antoni and Kobe want to foul Tristan Thompson, who's a bad free throw shooter, but Hill has no idea what they mean. By the time he tries to do it, it's too late. And Kobe doesn't rotate over to stop the layup. And guess who he's pissed at? Down 6 late in the game, the Lakers do a decent job containing the pick and roll, but I want you to watch Kobe completely lose Kyrie Irving, the guy that's lit them up for a ton of points tonight, as he backdoors and gets free throws. And then watch down the stretch as Jamison's going to half-heartedly double-team Kyrie Irving, and they're simply going to get a wide-open three. They escape by not hitting it, but you can't win games on the road playing defense like that. And then here, watch how Duhon on the rotation runs away from the ball, which is an awful play, giving him the game-icing jumper wide open. So there you have it, sports fans. And let's be clear here, everybody on the Lakers side is waiting for Steve Nash to come back. And none of the problems I showed you are solved by Steve Nash coming back. However, there is an argument that when he comes back, they'll take better shots and they won't get all transitioned out by the other team, which is certainly a valid argument, but I'm not so sure that that's going to overcome the issues they have on the defensive end. And certainly Mike D'Antoni has never showed the ability to raise the level of play on the defensive end. So if they want to try and outscore teams, good luck, but there are enough teams in the West that will beat them to that game. Well, thanks for joining us. Stay tuned for lots more. We're going to do a Miami Heat defensive breakdown coming up very soon as well. So don't forget, at B-Ball Breakdown, it's not a channel, it's a conversation. You win,